Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Governor Andy Beshear shares just how many households in our region are still waiting for travel trailers after losing everything to floodwaters in July. And members of the National Guard are reunited with their families to celebrate the holidays with the ones they love the most.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
It's almost 6 o'clock here on this Friday, and boy, are we glad it's the end of the work week. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Let's take it over to Brandon, who forecasted this cold weather this morning. Brandon, you have to go and start every viewer's car now because you forecasted this.
Yeah, we need to do a promo about that. Just me out starting random cars.
Mine first, and then you can work your way down.
No, I'll start in Letcher County, work my way this way.
No, you can start in Hazard and you can go down to Letcher.
Oh, okay.
You're already here, so.
Yeah, but I have to come from Letcher to Hazard.
You can start my car before I leave because I'm sure it's already frosted back over.
Oh, okay. All right, then. All right, let's talk about our forecast this morning. Let's give it just a second because I see behind me that the UVA-wise camera is glitched out. We'll wait till it comes back. All right, now let's go to it now before it does it again. Clear skies over there this morning in Southwest Virginia. No big issues this morning, but it is cold. The sensor's still out, but we're at 18 in Jonesville and 21 in Clintwood. So I'm pretty sure it's either in the upper teens or low 20s in Wise this morning. 21 Middlesboro, Jacksboro back to 21, Williamsburg and Monticello all at 21. Manchester's at 20. So temperature's actually going up a little bit in some areas. Bless you, Dakota. 27 in Hazard, Prestonsburg, 32, Moorhead, 31, Ashland. So temperatures trying to work their way up. We do have some southwest winds coming in, so it's a little bit warmer air, but not that warm. Probably going to cause some wind chill issues a little bit later on today. Max warming needed as you head out the door this morning because it is frosty, it is cold, and your next dozen hours on your donut forecast. As we remove the donuts, you're going to see a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day and temperatures topping out near 40 this afternoon. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, people gathered at Letcher County Central High School Thursday evening to discuss plans for a federal correctional facility within the county. Well, it's a project that's been in the works for more than 15 years. And as WYMT's Jordan Mullins reports, there is mixed reaction to the latest proposal.
The Federal Bureau of Prisons held a meeting on Thursday evening to gather comments from officials and locals throughout Letcher County about the plans to construct a federal correctional facility somewhere in the county.
The public scoping meeting allows the public to express their concerns, their support of the project, or any other type of comments that they have.
Welcoming ideas from folks who have the region's best interests in mind.
I feel like all ideas are welcome. We got to look at what's best for Letcher County and for Eastern Kentucky.
But not everyone agreed with the BOP's proposal. Terrence Ray of Whitesburg says he and many others who were in attendance believe the nearly $500 million secured by Congressman Hal Rogers' office for the facility could be put to better use.
People said a rehabilitation facility. People said recreation facilities. We are post-flood, and as someone pointed out, it could be put towards housing.
But Letcher County Judge Executive Terry Adams says the economic growth brought in by federal employees could be massive and would eventually lead to federal jobs for Letcher Countyans.
That not only means the person working at the facility, but also their kids go to our schools and they shop in our grocery stores, and just the economic boost alone will be great for Eastern Kentucky and Letcher County.
Discussing the pros and the cons for the betterment of the region. In Letcher County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Judge Executive Adams also said there is no definite location for the proposed facility as of Thursday night. Congressman Hal Rogers released a statement about the prison saying, in part, quote, "I am pleased that the BOP is revisiting construction options for a modernized and efficient facility in Letcher County. I have worked to secure and protect funding for this project since 2006, and with more than 300 jobs on the line, it's a battle worth fighting in a region where jobs are desperately needed," end quote. And of course, you can read the rest of his statement over on WYMT.com. Well, Governor Andy Beshear says more than 600 people impacted by flooding are living in more than 300 travel trailers. During his weekly Team Kentucky update, he said there are 150 households waiting for trailers, but some people want their trailers placed on private properties. He just asks those waiting to be patient as they work through the process.
Before we can put a travel trailer on a site, it's got to be safe. That includes all the utilities and the inspections and the rest. And yes, it's a process. but it's one that's important that we do right.
Well, the governor says more than 400 miles of creeks and streams have been cleared of flood debris and 19 damaged bridges have been replaced. The governor also said as of Thursday morning, Kentucky has had 369 forest fires this fall. Those fires equate to more than 29,000 acres of having burned during the fire season, which began October 1st. Forestry agencies from Virginia, South Carolina, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, and Texas sent crews to help assist in putting out those fires. Well, months after the historic flooding hit the region, many people are still trying to find their footing. One mission in Pike County joined forces with an out-of-state helper to try to lift some of that burden before the holidays. Our buddy Forbes was there as 2 truckloads of supplies rolled in to aid in the region's recovery.
2 trucks packed with provisions.
I'm grateful for it, really am.
Helping hundreds of families find sustenance, supplies, and stability.
They can't do their bills and their fixing homes and holidays and everything at once. They can't. This ain't possible to do.
After the July floodwaters poured through the area serviced by Manna from Heaven Outreach in Pike County,
Coming up with supplies and everything they need to get their lives back.
many families are still just trying to keep their heads above as the holidays approach and the water-stained worries remain.
These people here, some of them lost everything, ain't got nothing.
The outreach received a donation Thursday, more than $80,000 in supplies from Virginia-based Rockingham Cooperative.
It shocked me, and they said they was bringing stuff in, food in here to help the people and stuff.
Have a blessed day.
And it's helping tremendously.
As cars waited for hours to fill a need by filling their trunks.
This is great. It helps a lot of people that's on fixed incomes, you know, and groceries as high as they are. So it helps out a lot.
Many say the help came at the perfect time. Thankful to the cooperative and an outreach that is always working to provide for its people.
I tell you what, Lois is doing a good thing here for these people. She sure really is.
But outreach founder Lois Tackett said it has never been about a handout.
That's all they need, is a little manna from heaven.
It is about joining hands to rise up. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Tackett says the help from Rockingham Cooperative was a godsend, and any other help is always welcome, be it donations or volunteers. Bluegrass Care Navigators is expanding to open a 7th regional office. Well, the new location will serve people in the Big Sandy, that's in Pike, Magoffin, and Floyd counties. Bluegrass Care Navigators provides hospice care, including physical, personal, emotional, and spiritual care to patients and families who are no longer receiving treatments to cure their terminal illnesses. And then the organization is a nonprofit that does not turn people away based on their ability to pay for services. Johnson Central students unveiled their latest project Thursday. The Eagle X Solar Car Race Team invited sponsors to a solar car showcase catered by the culinary students, highlighting a project that has been ongoing since last year. The solar car, named Holler Pride, could soon be entered into endurance speedway races, but first, the team wanted to show off its wheels to those who supported and funded the solar car project.
We've had so many in our community that want to give material or time or expertise, but others money, and we want to thank them for what they've done and show them what their efforts have created.
Holler Pride is powered and inspired by the community, and the team hopes to complete the project soon to inspire the community with its power. Well, several Kentucky National Guard soldiers flew into Lexington Thursday and were reunited with their family members on their way back here to eastern Kentucky. The Mountain Warriors were sent overseas to Kosovo in January, nearly 1 year after being deployed. They are home for the holidays. Soldiers shared the emotional homecoming with their families.
First, I was getting off the plane, I was nervous, and then just kind of, I don't know, I was in go mode, ready to go and find her.
Yeah, it all went away once we were able to touch. Yeah. That's when everything just was you can breathe again.
Family members and loved ones say they are proud of the work they have accomplished, and the soldiers say they are fortunate to have worked with this group of Kentucky Guardsmen. Well, dozens of Virginia National Guard members also were reunited yesterday with their families after an 8 months long deployment overseas. Cameron Thompson was there for the emotional moment.
After 8 months of waiting,
I'm gonna be in tears.
Me too.
I should have not worn mascara.
The moment 11-year-old Kaylee Brown has been waiting for is almost here.
I'm excited that he gets to come home.
As her dad returns from deployment with the Virginia National Guard in Kosovo.
Sometimes I'm scared, like something's gonna happen. And it feels weird when people ask me where's my dad and stuff.
To help combat those emotions, Kaylee and the rest of the family all wore matching bracelets, only to be taken off after he came back safely.
If I was having a hard day, I would just look at it and just think of him, and then my day would just get better and better.
Thursday morning, Kaylee, her two brothers, mom, and many other families gathered in a hangar in Henrico.
1, 2, 3.
To pass away the final few hours, getting a tour of a helicopter.
Adam, you excited, buddy? You excited to see Daddy?
Working on their welcome posters.
I like it. I'm excited.
And as the hours turn to minutes.
Oh, I see it.
And minutes to seconds, anticipation peaked as soldiers started to get off the bus.
Oh my God!
Until.
What are you doing, Bubs?
Staff Sergeant Anthony Brown was home.
I'm glad we're back. I really am. It's been entirely way too long without him. I'm fortunate to be back.
And Brown also crediting his wife Kendall for everything she did while he was overseas.
Yeah, she's definitely a trooper. She really is. If you don't have a good support system back at home, it makes or breaks any kind of relationship, and she's done an amazing job.
While for his part, Brown says he's just looking forward to getting back to normal everyday life and for the family to be able to take off those bracelets.
Yeah. I'm ready to take it off, so.
That was Cameron Thompson reporting. 7 National Guard units have returned in the home in the last 2 months. One more is expected home in December, another one in early spring.
6:11 here on this Friday morning. We are looking at some cold conditions. Let's head over to Pikeville, US 119, US 23, the intersection near Pikeville Commons. Pretty quiet this morning. Some light traffic. They're a little bit warmer for some parts of the region. 26 over there this morning, 21 in Clintwood, just down the road, 27 Hazard, 32 Moorhead this morning, one of our warm spots, 30 in Irvine, 22 in London, 21 Williamsburg, Middlesboro, Jacksboro, Monticello, 18 in Jonesville this morning. So we're heading up to about 40 today. Southwest winds are pushing in, so that's probably pushing our temperatures up briefly this morning. It's also probably going to make for a little cooler air at times today when the wind really gets to crank. When you're at 40 degrees, any wind will make it feel colder at times. Dakota?
All right, Brennan, thank you so much. The time is 6:12. When we come back here on Mountain News this morning, a shakeup is coming to the U.S. Capitol after a prominent figure announces her decision to not run for re-election to keep her position of power in the House. Stay with us.